Hi guys, and welcome to another video with Trail Vegan and Frodo, another on the road video. So good to have you back here again on the channel. Hopefully you don't mind this lighting. I'm sort of improvising where I'm at. So you see me hopefully like enough, and I know it's kind of like funny and stuff with the light, but hopefully you don't mind it too much. So anyway, welcome to day number 9. I just finished that. I am in a place called, it's called so many towns. Cardwell. And I got here from Townsville, and it was about 160 Ks, and everyone has been stressing about telling me, everyone in Townsville been stressing about telling me about this Cardwell Range that I'm gonna cross, and it's apparently like a hella hill and blah blah blah. And I was just like, okay, we're gonna wait for a hella hill. And guess what? That hella hill was about 1.5 Mount Cook, which is great, really. Like, it's just, yeah, it's kind of interesting. But maybe on the way towards Cairns, yeah, I have like this little map. So Townsville is just down here on this map, and this is Cardwell, and you go all the way up and you have Cairns there. So maybe there'll be some climbing there, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, no, I thought it was a little bit funny, and I looked at my Strava and it's like literally like not even 400 meters elevation. I was like, what? But it was like a good climb when there was a climb, okay? So that was fine. So if you're riding this way and you have people telling you about like this crazy climb and stuff, just chill. Like, it's gonna be okay. It's not gonna like destroy you to the pieces, because anyone can do this climb. And in fact, there is not a single climb that you cannot do if you can't ride it on the bike. You can just get off the bike and walk the bike up the hill. Like, seriously, there's absolutely no shame against it. Like, seriously. So if you're ever in that kind of situation, don't even feel bad. There are still some hills which I feel more comfortable pushing my bike upwards, up against, like in really high gradients, and I feel like over time you just become fitter and it's easier for you to do that, for you to ride up a specific hill. And if at the moment you're not at that stage, it's absolutely fine just to be okay and just get up the hill whichever way is possible. And you can do it in the race, you can do it wherever, in any way you choose to challenge yourself. But anyway, so today on the road has been pretty good. It has been a bit spitty, like over the last couple of days. It kind of tries to be all spitty with the rain, and then it tries to have crazy headwinds, but then it kind of stops. It's been very beautiful, like the mountains and just the fields and fields of sugarcane. It's just like non-stop. It goes on and on and on. In terms of food, there's been pretty good amount of food, really. If you didn't want to ride all the way to Cardwell, you could have gone to Ingham. So Ingham, if this is Townsville, where I was last night, Ingham to here, this is about 120 Ks. And in Ingham, it like seems like a small town, but it's not really. Like, they have supermarkets, they have even like a Kmart, they have all sorts of like food places that you want, ton of hotels. In fact, there's a lot of Italian people that live in this area, like old hereditary Italians. So there's tons of Italian food. In like, I think in August or September, there is like an Italian food festival there. So it's just like loads of stuff that goes on there. If you wanted to stop there, that's absolutely, I reckon, just like easy. And in fact, there is a race or like group ride that goes on from Townsville to Cairns, I think the ride, or Townsville to Port Douglas, and they do it, I think it's to Cairns, he said. Oh, I've been talking to like all these different people, and basically they've been telling me about all, because when you ride, there's a lot of people that just want to talk to you and ask you about your experiences and maybe try it and help you. So anyway, there's this race, also the person I stayed with from Warm Showers last night, he's telling me about this race, but basically it's like goes in 3 stages in 3 days, and there's like 400 people do it, and it basically goes like first stage is from Townsville to Ingham, then it goes up to some other place, I don't remember to be honest, maybe like Mission Beach or something, which is just here, and then to Cairns. But see, that's another thing that I've noticed, especially being up here, like over the last 2 days, at least 3 cars has stopped and asked me if I needed help, if like they literally stopped and they were like, would you like a lift to town, like would you just, yeah, and it's just so nice, it's quite beautiful. So have no fear. The humanity is still out there and they're still alive and they're still beautiful, and really I feel like if you're spreading good vibes, excuse the language, to the world, it's just gonna work out and it's just gonna come your way. And I'm not being naive here, but I just feel like this trip has been so amazing, like really. And over the last like 3 days, like yesterday and the day before, like I've been on such a massive high. Like I've never been on such a high before, and I've never been quite that happy in my life before. And it's incredible to me that something that is so seemingly like simple, right, that you can just do on your own for yourself, can make you that happy and that satisfied in your life. And I just really, perhaps that is meaning of passion and living your life's purpose and doing what truly makes you happy. And I just hope that every single one of you who watches this video really feels it at least at some point in their life, and figures out how to have more of it every single day, really. And of course different things happen in life, and of course we can't be like perfect and just, but if we try, and if we try to go towards that life that we want, I think sooner or later things are going to start changing and things are going to start shifting. Okay, so I've been getting quite a bit of questions about who's Frodo. And since it is 7:40 something right now in terms of minutes for the video, I don't want to make this video like insanely long, so I'll answer the question for you now. Alright, so have you watched a movie called Lord of the Rings? So most of the people might have seen that or read the books or stuff like that. But in New Zealand it's pretty big, and because it was filmed in New Zealand, right? And basically Lord of the Rings is just like this movie where a couple of hobbits or a bunch of hobbits and stuff go for this crazy epic adventure, and they have all sorts of stuff, they fight all sorts of creatures, there's like dragons and there's elves and there's just all sorts of stuff goes on there, and it's a lot of fun and it's pretty interesting. I personally actually prefer the Hobbit films to the Lord of the Rings series, but it doesn't really matter, right? You get the reference, you get the point. So Frodo is one of the characters in the movie, or in the story really, like, because first it was a book and then it was the movie, and it's one of the main characters as well, and he goes on like this crazy, insane, maniac epic adventure, right? So that is where the name is from. When I purchased my bike, I wanted to give it a name, and I knew it was a boy. Like, I knew that my bike was a boy. I just knew it. You might think I'm a bit nuts, but I knew it was a boy bike, and I wanted to give my boy a name. And I was just thinking ages and ages and ages about what name to give him. And because I knew that touring, and like deep down I felt like there's crazy long rides and going from A to B. In fact, like when I bought my bike, that was the point. Like, I wanted to ride from Adelaide to Melbourne. That's been like my dream, you can call it, for like a few years, like when I moved to Australia, basically, I've heard of it and I thought about it, or I don't know, like it came into my mind, and I just wanted to do it, and I was talking to like people about it, and I just wanted to do it, and I basically wanted to buy a bike that could do it. So that was the bike, the Giant Defy. I got specifically for that, and I knew when I bought them that we'll be going on crazy, epic, insane adventures together. And of course, at that time, I had no idea that I would love it quite this much, and that it will literally become my heir. Like, I would love it so much that I would just really want to keep doing all these things. And the insane amount of adventures we've had together, really. Like, that's why, like, in a lot of videos, a lot of vlogs and stuff, especially when I'm touring, I'm going places, I always say we, is because I feel like my bike, Frodo, is a part, like we're a pair, we're like together. We're in this together, and we're like kind of this fighting duo that's just making shit happen. I don't know if you have this kind of bond with your bike, if you feel like you're really quite that connected to your bike, but I definitely do. I feel the connection with it. And yeah, so basically that is who is Frodo. So it's funny, someone said it's like a mascot, so I was thinking that maybe I should have like a little mascot or something, and I don't know, you can put down in the comments below what you reckon my mascot would be. I have some ideas, but no, Frodo is my bicycle. That's what I named him. And Frodo is basically a character from Lord of the Rings that went for a crazy epic journey, and that's what him and I do. Really, we go for crazy epic journeys, and we get things done, and we have insane amount of fun, and we show you guys the adventures, the travels, and hopefully inspire you in one way or another. Anyway, man, that's a long way to explain who is Frodo, because I'm looking at the time and it's like 12 minutes already. So I'll stop this video here. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit itchy, like things just bite me, and I don't know, like little ants, maybe like little fire ants. I don't know how they get on me. They just seem to be in quite a lot of places the more north you go. Also, the more north you go, the crocodiles are around, so watch out for that. I've been seeing a lot of signs warning about the crocodiles and not to go in the water and things like that. So maybe in like next video and in a couple of videos, we'll have a little chat about how to avoid crocodiles or how to be safe around crocodiles. Because there are salty water crocodiles and there's freshwater crocodiles, so they can even live in the ocean. And in Townsville, like the place I stayed at last night, it's like a pretty reasonably sized city, really. And they had a triathlon there, and they had to like kayak, or like, yeah, but part of their triathlon, it wasn't swimming, it was kayaking along like the river, and they had like a crocodile following one of the competitors. So like even like further south there are crocodiles, so definitely coming that up. And if when I'll see one in real life, I hope that I'm quick enough and safe at the same time as safe enough to whip out my camera and basically record it, so at least I can show you guys, because I think it could be a little bit like exciting and stuff. But anyway, let's end this video here. I'm staying in the really pretty cool motel tonight. It's a little pricey, but it's not that bad. It's $76 per night. But you know, I had warm showers last night and then the night before, or a couple nights before, so it's not too bad really. And yeah, definitely use warm showers. They're pretty good. Anyway, hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful night. Hopefully you're just having the most epic fun, happy time, or at least you're planning your next holiday, your next adventure, your next outing with the family, with the friends, just whatever. Or you're planning to read a cool book or watch an epic movie that's gonna inspire you, or whatever. Just like, I hope you're doing something that is helping you be happier and more fulfilled person in this world. And that is what I want to leave you with tonight. And it was excellent talking to you guys. Hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.